Hey, today I want to talk about something that happened last night at my meetup group. So for those who don't know, last night was my first night of having a organized meetup group that we have for either already current YouTubers or aspiring YouTubers. And it was basically just a local meetup group for anybody who's interested in to come out and get to know other people who are doing YouTube. And it's one of those things that we know as time will go on will start to grow quite a bit. And within my network of friends, I know everybody who actually showed up. It was 7 of us that were there. And it was a fun evening that was very enlightening for me. And today I want to talk about something I figured out. And it's going to be a guaranteed way to fail at building a YouTube channel. And a lot of people do this and they don't even realize this is something that they're actually doing that will guarantee them almost failure to it. So there's going to be some people that are going to absolutely want to communicate or express their, disagreement or not agree with me. But I think most of you will probably think that I'm right on this. And there's a lot of people who think that building a YouTube channel will make you rich, famous, fulfill the need for even cover your finances, that you'll be able to do this as a full-time job. I guess it was in 2023, the #1 aspiring job that teenagers wanted to get into. And these are basically become content creators. And I can see the allure to it. This is actually a lot of fun. And for those of people who need some sort of significance or who are creative and want to express that, well, this is a great place to do that. But I don't think anybody really realizes how hard it is until you get into it. I happen to be able to be blessed to join a meetup group this afternoon, or a mastermind, with a bunch of other high-end e-bike YouTubers. And some of them have like tens of thousands, if not, there's one guy who has hundreds of thousands of 100,000 subscribers plus. And they're in the same niche I am with my e-bikes. And I'm doing okay with it. With 11,000 subscribers, it's been a long journey, but it's been very rewarding. And I don't even know how rewarding it must be for these other guys who are extremely talented in what they do. And they're a lot more knowledgeable about the niche than I am. So here's one of the reasons why I think I succeeded in the micro channel that I have of e-bikes that has actually still been able to bring in enough money. In fact, I think I was able to bring in close to about $3,000 for the month on my e-bike channel. That covers all of our bills, at least for the month. We don't have any debt. That's, about the finance side of it. We made sure we clear that off, but it doesn't take a large hit against our savings on this, this first month that we're actually moving forward in. But the reason I think that channel has grown, one, is because I had a lot of fun doing it in the beginning. And number two is I wasn't doing it for the money at all. If you see some of my earlier videos, one of the videos I have is all I wanted was a tax write-off. And that was the reason I started the e-bike channel. It's really not to make money. It was more so to put my commentary about what bike I was going to buy and why I was going to buy it. I did a comparison on it. And it was really to make an attempt to start the YouTube channel so that it looked like a legitimate business, so I could write off the bike I was buying for fun. And I figured I'd have to make 3 or 4 or 5 videos, put it up on the channel. It maybe would do a couple of affiliate accessory sales, and then I could say, hey, I tried to make money on it and I can write off the bike. Now, and that is completely legal to do. Well, the channel took off and it did very well, and it got me excited, and I started doing a lot more videos because I loved it. I was just so passionate about it. And what I realized is I started making videos and it started to work because I did not do what a lot of people do that end up failing at it. And that was to start a channel strictly for the sole purpose of trying to make money without actually doing anything that would be first and foremost in the thought of making the videos that they would enjoy for the fun of it, even if they were never going to get paid for it. And then also to really put something out that would solve a problem or really be useful for their community that would be in there watching it. So this is something that I didn't realize I was going down this path. Now, not that this channel that you're watching was going to be strictly for monetization and to support me. That was inevitably the end goal, but the whole thing of this first part of the channel was the first goal of 100 videos in 100 days, 1 per day, was to really figure out what people wanted of subjects that I know a lot about, and I really do like talking about it. The thing is, I don't like talking about it off camera. I don't like talking about it on camera as much as I do like talking about off camera. And it's because I need, typically the subject matters is it's fluid. I ask a question, how are their finances? They tell me, we work at budget. Are they on a budget? What are their plans? I can go back and forth and then build a plan. And then I like it that way. Or it's more of a mentorship, one-on-one type coaching or those type of things. And that's what I really like doing. That's one of the reasons I thought I wanted to do this channel, is because I like that so much, is to, tell the stories of what happened, and I can have so much insight, or give people so much insight as to what some things they can expect based on my failures and my mistakes. Well, I've been finding out that building a channel and just talking to people about it and not having the feedback to go ahead and make decisions and guidance on that way has been a lot more difficult than I thought, and it wouldn't be as fluid. And this is something that happened last night, where there was somebody in the group that joined and they wanted to start a channel and they didn't know where to begin. And, the first step was actually they're taking action. They're coming to a group like that. That was absolutely amazing. So I know that she was probably going to do very well. And so asked a little bit more about her situation. She shared, and then it comes out that basically she would need a YouTube channel to start to grow and hopefully one day also supplement her income. But she didn't know what to do it on. So with a little digging, and a lot of people, this is how most of us figure out our niches, is with a little digging, you figure out what somebody really likes to talk about or what excites them and what knowledge they have behind. Well, this particular person definitely has a very specific knowledge from her job that she worked at selling particular product. And because of that type of job she has a strong knowledge. She's been selling it for 2 years, and there is a commissionable sales definitely on it too. Well, her knowledge definitely serves a need. And even though there is competition in the space, it's not that competitive, but it is still something that a lot of people could really gain a lot of knowledge off of her. And because she's a woman and she's happy, very energetic, and you could even, just talking to her about that specific niche, she started getting very excited about it, and then started sharing a little bit even about stuff that I learned a little bit about, the product itself. And it's kind of a product everybody uses. So it's one of those things that was really interesting that I started, and I realized she could do very well in it because, one, she liked talking about it. And then I realized I liked talking about this, but there's other things I like talking about even more that excite me even more. And I mean, I'm talking about like tech. I have so much tech around me all the time. And one thing I like doing is showing people the stuff and how it works and what benefits come out of it. And I just thought, there's a pile right here of tech stuff, of empty boxes, because I save it to do Amazon affiliate reviews. And I know that's what excites me even more. So I would do that because I like sharing these things, and that would be more of a passionate type thing. So I was headed down this path of failure, to be honest. If I were to continue, I realized that, and I do have my own personal coach that I have, a professional coach, and talking me through different items and different things. It's all about what makes you happy. Otherwise, why do it if you're not going to be happy? Might as well take the skills that I have of knowing how to do a YouTube video and make videos that excite me, that I get excited to make. And I want to make this video about you understanding, if you want to build a YouTube channel, you're going to need to pick a subject that you can talk a lot about that still excites you, that you share all the time. And the reason being is you will burn out otherwise. And that's going to be a big problem. You're going to start a channel that may grow on a specific knowledge base that you have, but if you don't care about talking about it a lot, it will come back to bite you. And that's just something that is inevitable. I don't know how else to say other than you need to be very careful about choosing something that's going to be a burden, because after a while you're just talking about it and you don't really get excited about it anymore. And that almost happened with my e-bike channel. To be honest, there's been times when I thought, the e-bikes just don't excite me anymore. In fact, having e-bikes come in were more stressful because it's a burden. I got to get them out, and it forced me to do things. And now that I am looking at it at a perspective where I have time and that's what I want to do and do it. The problem with it I had before was it was conflicting with my time with my job. I had to work 40 hours a week, and I was more frustrated really that I couldn't do the e-bike videos to my fullest extent, and I was being forced to rush it. But if that is what I want to do primarily and do it well, that on tech and all this other stuff, that is where I need to go ahead and be focused. And that's why the channel can actually continue to grow, is because I know that I can help people and serve a need, and it'll be fun. And that's where, if you are going to build a YouTube channel, the number one way that you are going to fail is if you are trying to focus on building a channel without the idea of how you're going to have this be a fun activity. there has been a lot of talk about a lot of YouTubers quitting this year, and it is quite obvious as to why. Their quitting is really because they're just actually all burning out because they're not having fun anymore doing it. And when you're not having fun and it becomes just a job, then that's where burnout happens. And, you know, they've done really big successful channels because during their heydays when they really loved it and enjoyed it, they did very well. And financially, where they don't need the money. And that's, you know, perfect for them. But that's not something I want to have happen to me. I want to wake up still every morning and do my YouTube channel because I'm excited about it. Thinking about even doing like a news channel, you know, something like that where I'll be excited, find out some news and just talk about some news, maybe do a live stream and see how that works because that kind of excites me. I love talking about news. I have my very strong political opinions one way or the other, and that's the one thing. I don't like controversy is one thing, but maybe it doesn't have to be controversial. Maybe I'll just look for happy news of the day or business news of the day or something like that. And, you know, it kind of is getting me what excites me the most. So I know that I'm going to start to transition into doing tech. I think I'm going to stay away from the finance side because I don't get feedback enough. You know, I watched Caleb Hammer. For those of you who have not seen it, look up Caleb Hammer, CalebHamer, I believe. But if you look him up, he's the finance guy who yells at people and enjoys really going over their finance with them. And, you know, he is truly very entertaining because of the passion he has for getting people out of debt. And there's a lack of, he definitely is compassionate, but there's a lack of filter of empathy at the times when people are doing really things that he's not ashamed to call somebody lame about the way they're handling their finances. And it's very entertaining in that way. And yes, he's a brilliant guy. He does help them out in the end of every episode. So there's like a story that kind of builds of him seeing their finances, getting upset at them, and then finishing it off. So it's a good storyline that goes all the way through. And I thought that's the kind of thing I want to do is help people. The reason why he's so successful is because he does get the feedback and he's feeding off of it. And basically, I thought I wanted to do finance like him and helping people, but I didn't realize the formula was because that he is face-to-face with people. And I do well that way. If I do have someone face-to-face, they want to go over finances, we'll go over a budget, we'll fix that up. And I'd be very pleased with myself because I know I can help people and educate them on habits and things that they need to do to improve. That's basically how it goes. So anyway, I wanted to have this be just one of those things that came to light for me that hopefully comes to you, that to make sure you don't guarantee fail in YouTube when you want to build a channel, or in fact, it goes for any business. Why get a job you don't care for? If you only do something for the money, it's not going to be well worth it. So if you're going to be a guaranteed way to fail, that not only building a YouTube channel, but also building a business or building a career or building anything, is to go ahead and do it only for the money. It's almost guaranteed to fail you. I mean, really, unless the money is what's really just motivating you to get you excited about it, there's going to be the handful that will do very well. But for the rest of us, how much longevity do we have when we're doing something we don't care about and we're not as passionate about? We don't have fun. Gotta have fun doing it. Gotta have fun in life. One of the things that I'm excited about where I'm at today is that I left my job that wasn't, I mean, it was good. You know, the people I worked with was fun, but being out here now, this challenge, that's what excites me. To get things out, to get things put up. So that's where I'm at today. That's where I hope you will get to be in figuring out what makes you excited about life that can be something you can build, whether it be a business, a YouTube channel, or even your professional career. Figure that out. That's going to be an important part. What excites you, you know, and if you can work with that and try to focus yourself in that, learn the skills you need to make sure that you get to that point, then do it. You know, that's what makes life worth living. So I hope this was helpful to you. Please don't forget to like, comment something about what you think. Are you excited about life? Does this help? Does this not? You know, is it something that will keep you up at night now and that you're excited because you have something moving forward? I'd love to hear your comments below. Don't forget to like and also subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. See you tomorrow.